Are Jehovah's Witnesses really a cult? Well, we're going to look at the characteristics of a cult. And also, we're going to see what the Jehovah's Witnesses have to say about cults, right? Now, if you were to Google, are Jehovah's Witnesses a cult? It will lead you to jw.org. And I was I was surprised as what I found out online. Right? I was surprised as what the Jehovah's Witnesses had to say about cults. So if you go to jw.org, type in cults, or you Google "Are Jehovah's Witnesses a cult?" it will take you to their website, right? And on the website it says, no, Jehovah's Witnesses are not a cult. Rather, we are Christians who do our best to follow the example set by Jesus Christ and to live by his teachings. So when I read that, I said, hold. Example set by Jesus Christ. Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't do that at all. Jesus preached to everybody. He loved everybody. He healed everyone. It doesn't matter if they were listening to him, if they wanted to be followers of Christ or not. Jesus healed everyone, right? He had true agape love for people in general. Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't display that. So that's the first lie that I spotted on jw.org. Because no way in hell do witnesses try to mimic Jesus in any way. There's no way in hell. Like I said, Jesus was all loving. He showed unconditional love to everyone, right? So for them to put this, for them to put this on this site, jw.org, and for them to say, oh no, we're not a cult. Rather, we are Christians who do our best to follow the example set by Jesus Christ. That's the first lie that I spotted, right? That's the first lie. Then if you were to continue to keep reading, right? This is what the Jehovah's Witnesses say. Oh, what is a cult? Now they have a question. What is a cult? And according to jw.org, according to witnesses, right? According to the higher ups who put this on jw.org, it says some think of a cult as being a dangerous religious sect with human leaders. Jehovah's Witnesses do not look to any Jehovah's Witnesses do not look to any human as their leader. Rather, we adhere to the standard that Jesus set for his followers when he stated, your leader is one, the Christ. Then they have Matthew 23:10. But it clearly says here, Jehovah's Witnesses do not look to any human as their leader. That's the second lie that I spotted on this website. And I mean, in a sense, they're right. They say that they don't look to any human, right? Because they look to humans, plural, humans. They have 9 men, not 1 man, right? Most cults have 1 person that runs the show. But Jehovah's Witnesses, they have 9. They have 9 men. So it's plural, humans, right? All they need to do was put an S at the end of humans. That's all. But yeah, I spotted 2 lies. Because they're saying that they adhere to Jesus Christ and not to any human. When in reality, we all know that it's the humans. It's a 9 governing body leaders that are running the show. You know, they're not saying, oh, we get new light, we get new information. This is from God. This is from Jehovah, right? But they're not even inspired by God. So how is that? That makes no sense. If you're not inspired by God, then you can't say we're getting new light, new information from God, because they're not talking to God directly, right? So Jehovah's Witnesses said that they're not a cult. And you know what? They are slick. The organization, the governing body leaders, they're slick. I notice they always try to be 1 step ahead of apostates, right? Because let's say that they didn't have this on their website, this part about cults on jw.org. If they didn't have this, right? And people were saying to Jehovah's Witnesses, oh, you guys are cults. Just look it up. Look at what a cult is. If a person were to say that to a Jehovah's Witness, right? And a Jehovah's Witness was to type in, oh, what are the signs of a cult? Or cult leaders, right? They would be like, whoa. This does look like I'm in a cult. So the organization, they put their own 2 cents in first, right? So If a witness were to type in cults on JW.org, they'll be fed with all these lies. They're saying, oh no, we don't listen to men on JW.org. They're saying, oh, we mimic Christ. We don't have no one human leader. And it's like, hold on. That is not true. You guys don't mimic Jesus because Jesus loved everybody. Jesus spoke to everybody. Jesus associated with everybody. Witnesses don't do any of that. They only care about their own kind. Jesus, like I said, he healed people. He didn't heal people who only listen to him. A Jehovah's Witness, they would not help people who are not part of the cult. You have to be a Jehovah's Witness in order for them to help you. If you're not a witness, they don't care about you. So I don't want to hear this, oh, Jehovah's Witnesses mimic Jesus Christ, because that is not the truth at all, right? But let's see the characteristics of a cult. If you Google what is a cult, right? There are 10 characteristics. But I just find it comical how the organization, they wanted to put in their 2 cents in. They wanted to beat people to the punch. And now witnesses could just go on JW.org and say, oh, are we a cult? And they'd be fed all these lies. Oh, no, we're not a cult. We're loving people, blah, blah, blah. But if they were to go on Google, if they were to go outside of JW.org, and if they were to see the real characteristics of a cult, they would be surprised. And they would know that they aren't a cult if they were to look at outside resources of what a cult is. But as we know, witnesses can't do that, right? So what is a cult? If you were to go to Google, right now I'm on verywellmind.com, right? That's the website, verywellmind.com, right? And there's 10 characteristics of a cult. Number 1, absolute authorization without accountability, right? As we know, the governing body leaders, they are really, really good at not owning up to their flaws, not owning up to their mistakes. What did this new governing body leader just say? Oh, when we have new light, it is from Jehovah, and it's when his time is. He tells us when he's ready, so no apology is needed. That's what the new governing body leader has said, right? So they take no accountability. There's no remorse. There's no, oh, I'm sorry, you know? So, that's number 1, no accountability. They can do whatever they want. They could, they could have new light whenever they want, change doctrines that was around for hundreds of years and for 100 plus years, right? No accountability. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry that you guys thought this way. When in reality, now we have new light. Now we need you guys to grow beards. Now you can take blood. Particles if you want, right? What about all the people who died previously from not taking blood at all? Blood fraction. Sorry, I said blood fraction. But what about all the people who passed away who couldn't take blood at all, right? Who could have taken blood fractions, but they didn't and they passed away? Where's the I'm sorry? There is no accountability, right? So that's number 1. 2, zero tolerance for criticism or questions. As we know, you cannot ask too many questions as a witness, and you cannot criticize. You have to go with the flow. Whatever they say, whatever the governing body leaders say, you have to be a yes, sir type of guy. Yes, sir. Well, whatever you say, sir. You're right, sir. Governing body leaders, sir. You can't ask questions. You can't show any doubts, right? No criticism, zero criticism. The minute you say anything that goes against the organization, you are labeled as an apostate because you are not supposed to be a critical thinker, right? You're not supposed to be a critical thinker at all. They want you to just listen and obey. So number 2, the second aspect of the second sign of a cult, zero tolerance for criticism and questions. As we know, no questions asked, no criticism. Number 3, lack of meaningful financial disclosure regarding budget. Where is all this money coming from? Hey, Where is all this money coming from? And this is what witnesses need to ask themselves, right? This is what they really need to ask themselves. If you were to Google Jehovah's, how much money does Jehovah's Witnesses have, right? The organization. If you were to Google how much money the Jehovah's Witness organization has, you will see that they have over $1 billion. Over $1 billion with a B, $1 billion, right? So you have to ask yourself, why does an organization that is worth over $1 billion, why are they constantly asking for more donations when they are in a financial situation where they could help people? A lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, they're being told the end is around the corner, right? They're being told, don't go to school, don't go to college, don't pursue any secular education, don't do it, because the end is going to be here any time. So why is an organization that they can't help their people? They can't help their people, right? If they wanted to. Because a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses are struggling. People going from paycheck to paycheck, living in poverty, right? A lot of the witnesses are struggling. But why does an organization that is worth over $1 billion, why do they need your donations? Why? They're good financially. They're not struggling at all. And plus, they have assets. Now that I'm hearing stories of people giving their entire assets, everything to the organization. So when they pass away, the organization will take over their... that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Hey, I'm at my friend's house today. This is their dog. Hey, Boogie. You're ignoring me. Anywho. So number 4, right? Number 4. This is the 4th reason that you are, the 4th sign that you are in a cult, right? Unreasonable fears about the outside world that often involve evil, conspiracies, and persecutions. That's a no-brainer for witnesses. They're always taught that anyone outside of the realms of the witness world, right? Anyone outside of the witness world, they're evil, wicked people. That's all I heard growing up all my life. Oh, everyone who's not a witness, they can't be trusted. They're wicked, they're lying, they're horrible people. They got Satan the devil, and they're influenced by Satan the devil, right? But ironically, when you leave the organization, you find people out there that really care about you. You find some really, really good-hearted people. And I remember when I first became inactive, there was no love in a Christian congregation. There was no love in the Kingdom Hall that I was going to, in the congregation I was going to. But when I left, I found some really, really good-hearted people. So, but they have to scare you. So this organization has to scare you to keep you in. They have to tell you anyone who's on the outside, they can't be trusted. They can't be they can't be trusted, and they will not have your best interests at heart, right? So that's number 4. Number 5, a belief that former followers are always wrong for leaving, and that there is never a legitimate reason for anyone else to leave, which is me, us, apostates, right? They scare, and this is why I said this earlier. I noticed this organization, they always try to be one step ahead. They put in the shit about cult on jw.org to help people, to help their witness, their followers to see that, hey, listen, you're not in a cult. This organization is not a cult. It's a loving organization, right? They have to put that in there. And now, this portion about ex-members, right? Now, of course, they have to talk about ex-members because ex-members we're exposing the real truth about the truth, right? We're exposing this organization for what it is. So they have to demonize us, I guess you can say. They have to call us evil apostates. Don't listen to them, because they know the minute that people start to listen to us, the minute that people start to do their research, which we are encouraging them to do, they are bound to wake up. They're going to wake up. You cannot not do your research and not wake up. You're going to do your research. When anyone who opens up Pandora's box anyone who does their research, they are bound to wake up. Just a matter of time, right? So they have to demonize us. 6, they abuse their members. That goes without saying, right? That goes back to number 1, where they take no accountability, right? They abuse their members financially. The organization abuse their members psychologically, right? Emotionally. They abuse their members by telling them, oh, the end is around the corner. The end is around the corner, right? So they do this in different aspects, but starting with financially, right? They're encouraging people, don't go to school. So now all these witnesses from back in the day, now they're in their 60s and 70s. They have no savings, no 401k plan. They have nothing going on. They have nothing for themselves, right? Nothing in store. So they're thinking paradise is right around the corner. And when paradise doesn't happen, when it's not right around the corner, when these witnesses are now 60 plus with no savings, now they're like, okay, I have nothing to show for myself because I was listening to these leaders. And these leaders had just ruined their lives financially, right? Psychologically, this is a form of abuse because your mind, you're thinking about paradise earth. You're thinking about the next life, right? You're not thinking about this world. So as I stated in my previous videos, your life is passing you by and you have nothing. You have nothing to show for it. You put all your dreams on hold, right? If you want to travel, you know how many witnesses I met back in the day? They were saying, oh, I want to travel the world. I want to travel, but I'm going to wait to paradise earth. Oh, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to get married, but I'm going to wait to the paradise to do that. I'm going to let this life pass me by. I'm going to let this evil, wicked life pass me by. I'm going to put my life, my dreams on pause, on hold, and I'll just wait to paradise earth. I'll just wait it out. So that does a number on you psychologically because your entire life goes by, right? You are patiently waiting for paradise to happen. You're patiently waiting. And then it hits you that you're going to grow old and possibly die in this system. No, sorry, not possibly. You will die in the system because paradise is not coming, right? It's not coming. So you will die in this system. But it hits you because you have no savings. Your dreams are on hold. You want to travel the world. You can't do that. You could do it, but you're waiting for paradise earth to happen. You want to have a family. You could do that, but you're waiting for paradise earth to happen. So your entire life passes you by and you have nothing to show for it. That is abuse right there. Number 7, records, books, articles, or programs documenting the abuse of the leader of group, right? I don't know about that when it comes to witnesses. So we're going to go into 8. Followers feeling they are never able to be good enough. Followers feeling they are never able to be good enough, right? As we know, the leaders are good for doing that, especially with their propaganda videos. They will have an article of an old person, an elderly person out in service. And then they have the person disabled, right? They have them with no legs or missing a limb or something. Oh, this person, if this elderly person with no limbs, if they could go out in service and be a pioneer, then what's your excuse? What's your excuse? And all along, people are preparing for the meetings, attending their meetings, going out in service, right? They're doing all these things. Right? And it's still not good enough. They are devoting their entire life to this organization. And for what? Just to hear, oh, you can always do better. Give more time to Jehovah. Give more money to Jehovah. Give more. Because what you're doing is not good enough, right? That's number 8. Number 9, a belief that the leader is right at all times. That goes back to number 2. 0 tolerance and criticism or no questions, right? That goes back to that. But so number 9, the 9th reason that you know that you are in a cult is when it says that a belief that the leader is right at all times. Like I said before, you cannot, hey, down. Jeez, my friend got cats and dogs. They're running all over the place. I'm trying to make this video. But yeah, so a belief that the leader is right at all times. You cannot ask questions. Like I said before, you can't ask questions. You can't criticize anything. The minute you do either or, you are labeled as an apostate and your ass will be shunned. You will be shunned, right? So that's number 9. Number 10, a belief that the leader is the exclusive means of knowing the truth. Oh, they didn't say that. No, they didn't say that. Well, a belief that the leader is the exclusive means of knowing the truth or giving validation. Jesus Christ on a motorbike. Damn. They did not say, and they had the truth, quotes, the truth, right? But yeah, the leader is always right, according to witnesses, right? And you know what's sad? They're good at validating it as well. Now, the new light where men can grow beards, right? What did Stephanet said? Stephanet said, oh, it was never scriptural, which is true, but we already knew that, right? So he's just trying to validate his point. We knew it was never scriptural to begin with, but everyone knew that it was an unwritten rule. Men cannot have beards. They could say whatever they want to say right now, but we all know men cannot have beards. It was an unwritten rule. So I don't want to hear that, oh, it's never scriptural. No shit, we knew that already. But when they have new light, they always try to validate or make excuses. The other governing body leader, I believe it was Jeffrey Jackson, right? He was talking about the new light where, oh God, what did he say? Word for word? I don't remember word for word, but pretty much saying that when people see the signs of the Great Tribulation, that they can join the bandwagon at the last minute and be saved, right? Now, we all knew back in the day, they always said that once the Great Tribulation started, the door was closed, no one could come in, it was done. Now there's new light saying, oh, we don't want to be dogmatic. Jehovah is a loving God. He wants everyone to be saved. So at the last minute, anyone could join. He was trying to validate that, right? When before, 20 years ago, it was a complete different ballgame. But it's sad that witnesses would rather listen to these men that continuously lie to them, right? And I mean, we have 10 examples here, right? Well, I really just emphasize 9. But so we have 9 examples, 9 signs that you are in a cult. That you are in a cult. You can't ask questions. The leaders are always right. They abuse their members financially because they're always taken from them, right? Psychologically as well, because they're being told that the end is right around the corner. So these people are putting all their dreams and hopes on the line. They're waiting for the paradise earth. They're waiting for paradise to live their lives. And paradise is never going to happen. That is abuse. That is horrible. That they have their followers feeling like they're not good enough, right? The leaders always validate their reason for knowing the truth, right? These are all signs of a cult. So are Jehovah's Witnesses a cult? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I pray that witnesses could do their own research outside of jw.org. Because once they do, they will realize that they are slaving for men and not for God. A loving God. Now, going back to jw.org, right? It said that they say that, oh, we're not a cult. We mimic Jesus. We answer to Jesus, right? They're saying that's what they said. They don't serve men. That witnesses don't obey men, and witnesses follow Jesus Christ. That's what they say on jw.org, right? But if that was true, just like Jesus did, Jesus loved everybody. He spoke to everybody. He associated with everyone, right? Witnesses would do the same thing. But yet witnesses don't even associate with non-members. They don't talk to them. They don't help them. They don't have true love for their neighbor like Jesus did. And no witness would ever, ever, ever be able to say, I love you unconditionally. I will be here for you unconditionally. No witness would ever say that. Jesus could say that, but witnesses can't say that because their so-called love is conditional, as we know. The minute you want nothing to do with that organization, that they will cut you off. But like I said, Jesus helped everyone. He loved everyone. He didn't heal people who didn't follow him. He didn't say, oh, if you're going to listen to my sermons, if you're going to follow me, I will heal you. He didn't do that. He healed anyone and everyone. So when I see this nonsense about witnesses mimicking Jesus Christ on jw.org, that's comical. I laugh at that. That's comical because that is the last thing that they do. Guys, I gotta go. Love you, and I will see you guys on the next video.